Hey everyone, today we are going to talk all about how to hold one of these. This is a standard Dunlop plectrum. It's a 1.14mm example, on the thicker end but not too thick. There are thicker ones, there are thinner ones, and there are larger plectrums and smaller plectrums. This would be the most standard shaped plectrum that you will have seen, and this is what I use. Good for playing lead guitar. Also for playing rhythm, it's not too thick, so it has a good mixture of being able to do both nicely. So why do we want to learn how to hold a plectrum correctly early on? Being able to hold a plectrum correctly will allow us to have good control over certain picking techniques such as alternate picking, economy picking, pinch harmonics, palm muting, that sort of thing. So the earlier that you learn to hold a plectrum correctly, the better. Keep in mind, when you first learn to hold it like this, it may feel pretty awkward, but you just need to power through that and get through that awkward stage, and then it'll start to feel pretty second nature and easy. Now, I couldn't really hold it any other way. It just feels really natural. But as I said, at first it may not. So the way that I hold a plectrum, let's just hold our hand out like this. I want this first finger to curl round like this, and I place my thumb on top of it. Where this joint is here to the end of the finger, that's where you'll place your thumb, just over that part of your finger. Okay? But just take the thumb off. Now I want to put the plectrum on and place the thumb back on. So the plectrum will be pointing not towards the tip of your finger, but more this way, okay? Over your nail area. It'll be pointing that way more. And let's talk about thumb position. So this is how I would naturally hold it. We don't want our thumb to necessarily be like this. Okay? We have like a flat thumb here. We don't want it to be like this, where it's almost a right angle. I want it to be somewhere in the middle. Keep in mind, it's a little bit different for everyone, so just you'll find out what feels the best. And also, when you play over time, some of these things might evolve. Like you might evolve something about the way that you position your thumb. So don't worry too much about it, but this is how I do it after all the years that I've been playing. Different view here. And note that this finger will be almost halfway down the thumb when looking from the back end here. Note that on the end of my thumb here, there's only a little bit of the tip of the plectrum sticking out. We don't necessarily want it to be like that, because if it's like that, then when you pluck a string, the plectrum will easily move around, which is not at all what we want. Because when we hit a string, the plectrum is then going to fall back, and we have to move our hand more to counter the action of the plectrum flapping around. It's not at all economic for our movement. We want the plectrum to be just sticking out a tiny bit, as I said, just a little bit. And that way you can't at all move the end of the plectrum if you try to, unless it's a really, really thin plectrum. So just a tiny bit sticking out. Also, that allows for techniques such as pinch harmonics to work much better and easier. We'll talk about those techniques in later videos, but yeah, we don't really want much of the plectrum sticking out at all. There are examples where you might want to have more of the plectrum sticking out. And that would be if you're strumming, okay? If you're strumming, having a bit more of the plectrum, a bit more flex, is actually fine. But I'm talking for just single note picking, that sort of thing. Having a little bit of the plectrum sticking out is all that is required. And I'm not sure what else I can say about it, giving you different views of this. But that's the way I hold it. Have a try, stick with it for a while, and see if it works for you. As I said, for some other people, some other famous guitarists, some people hold it with two fingers like this. James Hetfield holds it kind of like this, and some people with maybe the second finger, like Edward Van Halen. But a lot of people have great results from holding the plectrum different ways. But this way is just the most standard. Okay, that'll be it for this video, so hopefully you learned something from it, and good luck learning to hold the plectrum. I'll see you in the next video.